All right, pace car is on the track, and that is Dakota Fournier. She's going to pull the pace car off the track, and we are going to go green. 1 lap to go. So here is your starting grid. In the 21, Dan Butler. In the 28, we've got Scott Reed. In the 55, Eric LaFlèche. In the 02, Jeff Reed. In the 11, Rocket Rob Wilson. And rounding out the field, starting scratch, the 82 of Eric LaFlèche. Single file starts here at Caddybrook Racing. Green flag is out. We are underway for the Pro Stock division here at Caddybrook. Very, very clean race, very clean start of the race. Dan Butler's opened up a 3-car length advantage already over the 28 of Reed as they put 1 lap on the board. All right, Eric LaFlèche dives under the 28 of Scott Reed to take over second place. Got his sight sets on race leader Dan Butler. Okay, caution is out. First caution is out, and it is Rob Wilson taking his number 11 behind the wall. And they usually give 2 laps here for any type of repairs. And Rob is off the track. Looked like he might have been adjusting his chain as 1 to go here. He's going to have to catch up to the field, or he's going to go a lap down. And his body language tells me it is not good. They're going to give him another caution lap here to see if he can get that hot rod running as he piles back into the 11, tries to get it underway. Still, car doesn't sound that strong. He's going to have to, comes back onto the track. Car is not running properly. They're going to give him 1 lap here to get behind the field, and it looks like they are going to go green this time by Rob Wilson starting at the rear of the field. It's Butler in the 21, LaFlèche in the 55, and the 02. That is Jeff Reed. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Yeah, Rob Wilson is way off the pace. There is something wrong with his hot rod. He's going to try to limp around the track as he is still battling for second and third, but he's about to go a lap down here as the leaders come around and they put 4 laps on the board. Butler followed by LaFlèche. There's your top 2. They've got about a 3-car length advantage over the third place runner of Jeff Reed as there's 5 laps on the board. Running in 4th is the 28 of Scott Reed and the 82 of Andrew LaFlèche. There's your top 5. Rob Wilson running in 6th, literally limping around the outside of this track. Not the way Mr. Wilson wanted to see his day. He's watching as the rest of the field race competitively, and he's just kind of limping around the track. All right, back to the leaders. It is the 21 of Butler on the outside, the 55 of LaFlèche on the inside. Little bit of contact between the 2 drivers, and LaFlèche goes around the 21 of Butler thanks to a pick set by the slow number 11. We've got a new leader now, Eric LaFlèche in the 55. 10 laps on the board, 50 to go. Whoa, we've got a car around, exit in turn 4, and that is the 28 of Scott Reed. That's going to bring out the caution. 10 laps on the board, scheduled for 50. And as they realign the field, we'll give the rundown. We've got Eric LaFlèche leading the 21 of Butler, followed by the 02, that is Jeff Reed. And we are going to go green this time by. Butler decides to start on the outside of Eric LaFlèche on the 55. Can't make it stick. They head down the backstretch into 3, roll out of 4. Eric LaFlèche going to lead lap 11, followed by Butler in the 02 of Jeff Reed. Running in 4th is the 82 of Andrew LaFlèche, and the 28, that is Scott Reed. And as we mentioned, Rob Wilson limping around the track. Something happened with his engine and or his chain. He has just waved himself off of the track. 13 laps into the race, it looks like the 11 of Wilson is going to call it an afternoon. Bad break for him as he is always a contender here at Caddybrook. Well, maybe he's not going to call it a day. It looks like he's going to try to work on that car and get back on the track because he is still in a points battle for second place with Eric LaFlèche. And anything, folks, that's right, anything can happen here. But as we get back to the race at hand, it's 16 laps on the board. It is Eric LaFlèche showing the way in the 55. The 21 of Dan Butler all over his rear bumper. And running in third, that's the 02 of Jeff Reed. A little bit of contact as Butler got into the rear of the 55 of LaFlèche, but had to let up a little bit. Otherwise, he would have spun himself out. Now, Eric LaFlèche is weaving his way through the field. He is going to put the 28 of Reed another lap down as they got 19 laps on the board. LaFlèche, Butler, Jeffrey Reed, Andrew LaFlèche, and the 28 of Jeffrey. Boy, a little bit of contact there. LaFlèche not too happy with Butler as he got into his rear again. Now Butler may be a little bit frustrated because he can't get that 21 to stick on the outside like he was. Eric LaFlèche, a little bit wide exit in turn 2, but holds it down close enough to the white line to keep the 21 at bay. Now Eric LaFlèche in the 55 is coming up on a slower car, and that's his son, 82 of Andrew LaFlèche, who spins out. And no caution as he kept the 82 underway. Good save by the 82 of LaFlèche. All right, 24 laps down, scheduled for 60. Eric LaFlèche in the 55, one kart link up on the 21 of Butler. It's 2 back to the 02 of Jeff Reed. And then we've got the 82 of Andrew LaFlèche, the 28 of Scott Reed, and the 11 of Wilson, who's many, many laps down. Great battle for the lead, though, between LaFlèche and Butler. These two cats were going at it in the qualifying heat race, and they've had some epic battles this year during the 2016 season. Eric LaFlèche holding that low line, the 21 of Butler doing everything he can. The yellow is out as the 02 of Jeff Reed got loose in between 3 and 4, spun out. Climbed out of the car, and he's going to get himself back on track. And actually, no, he's going to push it behind the wall. Wow, looks like his day might be done. Bad break for the 02 of Jeff Reed. He's going to call it a day. Had a strong run going, was running in third before that incident happened on lap 28, I'm sorry. So, going to go green here. One to go, and it looks like the 02 of Jeff Reed is calling it a day. Took his helmet off, threw his glove down in disgust. Not the way he wanted his Saturday to end. Was running pretty strong there, too. Strong third place. He had the leaders in his sight. So, all right, 1 to go here. We've got Eric LaFlèche in the 55 on the inside. We've got the 21 of Butler on the outside. Behind him in row 2 is the 82 of LaFlèche, and then the 28 of Scott Reed and the 11 of Rob Wilson, who's still just kind of limping around this track as he's had some mechanical issues, but he's still out there doing what he has to do. Green flag, we're back underway here. LaFlèche with a great jump. Car length up on the 21 of Butler, 2 car lengths back to the 82 of Andrew LaFlèche, and 3 back to the 28 of Scott Reed. Cross flags are up, 30 laps down, 30 to go. Eric LaFlèche still showing the way right now, although Dan Butler is all over his rear bumper. Only about a half a kart length advantage now. Now Butler's leaning on him a little bit as they head into 1, roll out of 2. Eric LaFlèche not giving up any room. Wow, power move there as he kept that 21 behind him. Laps, about 10-second laps here, folks, so it really goes by quick here when they're under green. It is a 2-kart length. It is a 2-kart length, 2-kart race. I'll get it out eventually, folks, here. LaFlèche in the 55 and the 21 of Butler. They have literally checked out from the rest of the field. Third place runner of Andrew LaFlèche, many kart lengths off now. So really, we just got to watch those 2 leaders. 36 laps down, 24 to go. As we mentioned, the 11 of Rob Wilson had a mechanical failure early in the race. We're not sure what it was, but he's out there, but literally maybe at half throttle, just kind of limping around, as he's just kind of out there to run the race. And he is still in a points battle with Eric LaFlèche. He was just kind of staying out of the way, but he's not giving up by any means. And unfortunately for Jeff Reed in the 0-2, he had some sort of mechanical failure earlier, about 5 or 6 laps ago, and he called it a day. He was running third on the lead lap at the time. 40 down, 20 to go. LaFlèche and Butler really laying it the smacketh down as they're putting the other cars' laps down here. But as they come across, as they come up on the slower cars, they've got to decide which line to take, because, whoa, contact with a slower car. Eric LaFlèche got into the 28, who was many laps down. So yellow is out. LaFlèche and the 28, a little bit of contact, so that's going to put Dan Butler to the front. And Eric LaFlèche is going to elect to start on the outside in second. Third is going to be Andrew LaFlèche. We've got the 28. That is Scott Reed running in fourth. And Rob Wilson still taking some laps, running in fifth. And as I mentioned, the 0-2 of Jeff Reed off the track, as he had a mechanical failure as he had a spin entering turn number 3. So we're going to go green flag race, and this time by. Green is out, 42 down, scheduled for 60. Butler on the inside, LaFlèche on the outside, and Butler clears the 55 as they enter 3, roll out of 4 past the start finish line. It is Butler, followed by the 55 of LaFlèche, the 82 of Andrew LaFlèche, and that's the 28 of Jeff Reed. There's your top 4. Running in 5th, the 11th of Rob Wilson. Once that 21 of Butler gets some clean air, he is tough, not only to catch, but nearly impossible to pass. Let's see if Eric LaFlèche has anything in these last 15 laps to get around Dan Butler. As they head down the front stretch, it is Butler by a car length. We've got a spin here in front of the broadcast tower at the apex of turn number, between turn 1 and 2. And I believe that is the 28 of Scott Reed went around. Looks like he's got his car back on track. They're going to adjust the tires and the safety wall there. And he's going to get back in his hot rod and catch up to the field. And we'll go green flag racing here in a lap or two here. And I believe, I'm sure Eric LaFlèche is going to elect the outside. No, actually looks like he's going to start on the inside, right behind race leader. I guess he's not comfortable with that outside line, as he couldn't make up any ground. So I think he's going to run behind the 21 and see if he can get under him with 14 laps to go here. All right, green flag is out. We are back underway. Butler in the 21, LaFlèche in the 55, Andrew LaFlèche in the 82. There's your top 3. 28 of Reed running in 4th, and the 11, Wilson running in 5th. And off the track is Jeff Reed in the 0-2. Great battle again for the lead, as these cats, Dan Butler and Eric LaFlèche, are nose to tail all around this track. A little bit of contact with 2 of the race leaders, but LaFlèche cannot get the 21 loose. Going to be 10 laps to go this time by Butler and LaFlèche. There's your battle for the lead as they roll out of 1 and 2. Contact between Butler and LaFlèche. Butler goes around. Tough to see what caused that contact, but LaFlèche did get underneath the 21. The 21 ended up going around. So the 55 of LaFlèche is going to inherit the lead, I believe. And Butler looking for a call from race control, but no go. So going to have to wait to catch up to the field. My guess is he's going to elect to start on the outside, because we only have 10 laps to go here in the finale. All right, LaFlèche is going to wave him to the front. as he said he caused the contact. So Butler is going to remain at the lead. LaFleche is going to start on the outside here. All right, we are going to go green this time by Butler and LaFleche. Green flag is out. Butler the 21 on the inside. The 55 LaFleche on the outside. Is there clear between 1 and 2? As they head down the backstretch, it is Butler over LaFleche. 9 laps to go. Butler in the 21. You've got LaFleche all over his rear bumper in that 55. We've got to go about 6 car lengths back to the 82 of Andrew LaFleche, 2 back to the 28 of Scott Reed, and as we mentioned, the 11 of Wilson limping around the track with a little mechanical failure. So it really is a 2-kart race, as we mentioned. Butler, LaFleche, epic battle here. Fall brawl at Caddybrick Raceway. Butler holding down that inside line, not letting LaFleche in at all. LaFleche going to have to try a different line if he's going to get around that 21. 5 laps to go here at Caddybrick Raceway. Butler opening up about a 3-kart length advantage now over LaFleche, as it looks like he's figured out a line that's working for him. LaFleche, again, going to have to pick a different groove here if he's going to catch that number 21. 2 laps to go here. Fall brawl on VictoryLaneRadio.com. Dan Butler in the 21, followed by the 55 of LaFleche. This is going to be fun, folks. I know Eric LaFleche. Oh! LaFleche gets into the 21. The 55 around. The 55 hit the wall. Yellow is out. All right, we're going to have to see what is going to happen here as LaFleche got into the rear of the 21, sent him around, and the 55, almost like a rubber ball or whatever you want to do, bounced off the 21, and the 55 went into the wall. But both cars drove away. LaFleche going to give the point back to Butler. And we are going to go green flag racing here. It's going to be 2 to go this time by. All right. No one giving an inch here. Eric LaFleche not afraid to use that chrome horn. Neither is Dan Butler. Let's see what happens here. Green flag is out. Butler on the inside. LaFleche on the outside. Butler settles in behind the 21 as they head into 3. Roll out of 4. White flag is out. It's Butler by a kart length over LaFleche. They head down the backstretch. He's got 2 corners to navigate. Can he hold on? Little bit of contact with LaFleche. Checkered flag waves. Dan Butler wins the fall finale here, followed by LaFleche in the 55. The 82 of Andrew LaFleche. The 28, that was Scott Reed. And the 11 of Rob Wilson. So, wow, congratulations goes to Dan Butler, winning the fall brawl and another championship. Absolutely amazing. There goes the fireworks, folks. That's right. We've got fireworks here at Caddybrick Raceway. Congratulations to Dan Butler, not only winning the fall brawl, but he comes home with another championship. Absolutely amazing. Great racing between him and Eric LaFleche. Dan Butler doing the proverbial burnout in the infield grass here as he makes his way to victory lane. Congratulations to Dan Butler on another championship here at Caddybrick Raceway. Boy, oh boy, he is the man with a plan at this track. Like I said, it's he pours his blood, sweat, and tears into this track, and his hard work and effort paid off not only for the fans but for himself as wins another championship, wins the fall brawl. Now he's making his way to victory lane, taking off his helmet. The track photographer is making his way over. He's making his way over to victory lane. They're going to take some pictures. And pretty awesome for him to win another championship. So congratulations goes to Dan Butler. And you know what? Congratulations to the entire Pro Stock division for putting on a great show here at Caddy Brick Raceway. Our third year broadcasting their fall finale here. And again, thanks to everybody that comes out and supports this track. Dan Butler, family, friends, heart and soul goes into this place. They do a great job. Every year it just seems to get bigger and better. So, again, thanks to everyone listening at home on VictoryLaneRadio.com. And we're going to check out here, call it a day at Caddy Brick Raceway, and we'll see you at the track.
We appreciate you joining us, hearing all of the live racing action on the Victory Lane Radio Network. Hit us up on social media, Facebook.com/VL Radio Show. Give us a follow on Twitter at VL Radio Show, and always visit our website, VictoryLaneRadio.com. We'll see you at the racetrack.